ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Moto Unboxing. And this one might be the most exciting yet because MIVV, as you all know it, is a motorcycle exhaust manufacturer, which means my beautiful Monster will finally have a proper sound. The company actually began in 1969 in Santamero, Abruzzo region of Italy, and MIVV stands for Metal Industria Val Vibrata. They started by making car exhausts and auto exhausts, and then after about 20 years, they expanded and moved on to motorcycle exhausts as we know them now. One of their proudest accomplishments was the 2006 victory by Nicky Hayden in the MotoGP season, as well as some Moto2 victories. For me, my love for MIVV started over a decade ago when I first got my Monster 620 and I was looking for that distinct sound. I heard somebody fly down the street and I had to find out what exhaust they had through reverse search online, and I realized it's a MIVV. And ever since then, I got a MIVV GP exhaust on my Monster 620, the low mount ones, and the sound is marvelous. The amount of compliments and love that I've received from the sound of that bike, it's crazy, and I expect the same thing to happen with these exhausts here. And a lot of people are not familiar with MIVV as a manufacturer, even though they're only 300 short miles away from another certain Italian manufacturer of the exhaust that everybody knows, especially if you ride a Ducati. And now life has come full circle, and Adriani, who is the official distributor of these exhausts in United States of America, has sent me this beautiful piece to put on my bike. If you would like to order one of these exhausts, please make sure to go down to the link below and get it from Adriani, who will quickly ship one to you. They also have a lot of other stuff for the motorcycles. They have a lot of suspension. They're official distributor of Öhlins, Adriani, as well as Nitron suspension. So there's a lot of good stuff on their website for us bike enthusiasts. Let's unbox this, take it out, take a look, and then we're gonna go to the motorcycle garage and get this baby on the bike and installed. So let's take it out of the box. Beautifully packaged. Super nice, as expected. And for those who don't know, I already have a MIVV Decat on my motorcycle already. So, all right, so let's take out some of the packaging. There we go. So what do we got? We have a couple of things here. Let's take everything out and then we can inspect it. There we go, boom. And then let's take out the party piece. Here we go. So we got a couple of pieces here. This right here would be the exhaust. We're gonna save it for last. We got a little instruction manual. Oh, nice. We got like a little card. We got some beautiful MIVV stickers. We got the installation, instructions on how to remove the DB killer. Very nice. And this is the very basic installation. This is the Decat pipe that I already have. Some simple hardware. Nice. And what do we got here? Nice, nice, nice. Oh, a little booklet. This right here is a little linkage pipe that will go from the cat to the exhaust. Next, we got some hardware. Let's just quickly open it up and see what we got. There's the part list as always. So this is the cover. Nice. This is the mount. We got the spring. Seems like a very straightforward installation. Now, let's take a look at the best main part. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Oof. Oh yes, this baby is as beautiful as ever. So there's a little bit of carbon right here. We got the DB killer in there and this little protective grille. The body is made out of black 304 stainless steel, and the finish is called Black Moon. The exhaust weighs just a little over 3 pounds, which saves you about 2.6 pounds over the stock exhaust. And if you get this in the titanium version, it actually saves you just a little bit more weight as well. And with this, you get 5.3 horsepower performance gain, as well as half a Newton meter of torque. I would imagine if you get the bike professionally tuned, it will probably achieve those numbers. Otherwise, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But I know for a fact that it's gonna look 10 times better and sound 100 times better, and a lot more bass and thump. So now that we unboxed it, let's go to the garage, install it, and see how it goes. All right, we are now at the shop, and let's take off this baby and install the new one. I didn't show this beautiful carbon piece last time, but there it is, and it's pretty straightforward. There's just a few very basic parts. It should not be too tricky of a process. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna remove the old exhaust, and we start that by removing this heat shield here. And I apologize for my bike being a little dirty, but it is indeed winter in New York City. These bolts, we're gonna save them for later. Depending on where you live in, you might have some regulations about noise, and it's always important to hold on to your stock. So we're gonna hold this here, just like so. I'm not gonna pull it yet. I'm gonna loosen it at the bottom first. We're actually gonna reuse some of this hardware here. Now, we're gonna loosen the bottom. That is good and loose. This is good and loose. And now is the moment of truth. So we'll pull that. We're reusing that bolt, but let's gently pull off the exhaust. There it is. Just for comparison sake, yeah, the difference is quite apparent. Quite apparent. Gonna clean this up a little bit. And the part goes like this. So if you look at the instructions over here, you see the bend goes up, because this is where this little piece will mount up. Let's loosen it. Just gotta massage this thing in here. Massaging accomplished. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I presume I gotta turn it up kind of like this. This will stay here. For now, we keep it nice and loose, because I'm not exactly sure where this will tighten. So if you look at the instructions, we use the original bolt, and then we put the washer in between the exhaust and the hanger, and then the bolt goes on the back. And that's what we're gonna do. And then the spring will be one of the last steps. Let's attach it right there, nice and gentle. The hole lines up gorgeously. So now we take this washer here and sandwich. There it is. There we go. And there we go. Now we just tighten this down a bit, just like that. You don't really need to super torque it, you know, that's why I'm not even holding it back there, because it just tightened itself up. Oof, that is looking gorgeous already. So now is the part of the spring. All right, so I got a spring puller, and this part I always hate. It's really, really kind of annoying. There we go. That was actually easier than I thought. Now, last but not least, but before we do that, we have to torque this down. So just to confirm, there we go. It's a 13, and we tighten it down. Not too super tight, because you're not trying to crush your exhaust here. Yeah, that's good. At which point, the finishing touch, essentially, I'm torn. When I started today, I was like, I'm gonna remove that DB killer immediately, but I think I'm gonna try the bike out with a DB killer and then without it. Just tighten these. Not too hard at all. Just like that. The job is complete. So to remove the DB killer, it's this baby right there. Basically, we just remove this and pull it out with pliers, which we are gonna do just in the interest of showing how to do it. So we basically just loosen this grill here. And there's this clip right here that you're going to fit underneath here in order for the the grill to remain in there. There we go. Yeah, that's the grill. And that's the DB killer. There we go. And that's when this little piece would come in. Actually put it on the inside. Like so. And put that in. But I feel like for my initial test, I am going to keep the DB killer in. Now we're just line everything back up. All right, tighten it back. Here we go. Okay, job complete. So let's turn the bike on. Make sure she's in neutral. And one thing I completely forgot to mention is that I already installed a MIVV decat pipe. I'm actually going to link to that video below so you can see that. Maybe it's a good thing I kept the DB killer in. That is beautiful. All right, now I'm going to take it outside so we can compare pre-exhaust and post-exhaust.